Good morning. Today we're going to talk about a couple different things and do a couple very different things. I'm thinking that there's one other thing in the G position that I want you to have, and it kind of goes along with what I'm going to show you in C position. So I'm going to show you a couple things. I'm going to work on one other lick in the key of G for rhythm, and then we'll transition a little bit to the key of C, and then we're going to get started on St. Anne's Reel on the lead. So for this lesson, because St. Anne's Reel is played in the key of D, I've got the capo on the 2nd fret because I play it out of the C position. So I need to be up on the 2nd fret, obviously, to be in the key of D. Anyway, things we've worked on so far, we've worked on the bass thump. Sorry about that. We worked on bass thump. Worked on grace notes. One other lick, this is what it sounds like, that I use a lot in rhythm, and this has to do with alternating bass. And all I'm doing there is hammering on with my index finger on the D string on the 2nd fret. And you don't even need the hammer on, you can just go straight to the note, 2nd fret, D string. You can add a hammer on to the A string on the 2nd fret afterwards. So it's like this. And remember, I'm a big believer in hammer-ons, pull-offs, and even slides because they make it much more efficient for your right hand. You don't have to pick the note. You can let your left hand, which is moving there anyway, do the work for you. Very important to have hammer-ons and pull-offs. So all together it'd be kind of like this. So in a song it may be, there's a well leading path on this old mountainside that I wandered when I was a lad. There I wandered alone to a place I call home on those Blue Ridge hills far away. Oh, I love those hills above Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain far away near my Blue Ridge mountain home? So anyway, work on that, work on it. And you can do either a hammer-on or not do a hammer-on. Alright, transition to C. So give that a whirl, metronome, nice and slow. Play it to songs you know, kind of hum them in your head or sing them out loud. Transition to C. There's many different ways to get from the G position to the C position. The one that I use the most is just a bass walk. going from the 3rd fret on the low E string, open on the A string, 2nd fret on the A string, 3rd fret, and there's your C note. And you want to end that right on the downbeat on the measure where the C chord starts. Again, this is a good place to, you can either go back to a normal position C, which is 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret D string, open G string, 1st fret B string, and either open, or I tend to leave my pinky down on the high E string on the 3rd fret. You can have it open. I tend to leave it there because that's where it is in a G, so it's easy for me just to leave it there. But this is a good place to use the cheat C when you walk up, especially on a fast song, where you don't want to have to, turn your wrist a little bit to go from the normal G to a C chord. So again, the cheat C is 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret D string, open G string, the 3rd fret on the B string with my ring finger, and pinky down on the 3rd fret on the high E. That's the one note that is not quite right. It's a D, but it makes a kind of a sustain. So anyway, the walk with the cheat chord would sound like this. Alright, so that gets us to C. What do we do when we get there? Well, there's several things. First is alternating bass. I think both of you may already have alternating bass, but I'm going to go over it again anyway. So alternating bass in the C chord position is merely moving, let's use a regular C here, so 3rd finger, 3rd fret, A string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, D string, open G, 1st finger, 1st fret, B string, so a normal C. So again, alternating bass is just moving that ring finger from the 3rd fret on the A string to the 3rd fret on the G string. So be sure you got that in your repertoire. I think both of you already are doing that, and that's good. You need that alternating bass. That was kind of, a lot of people have used it. They sort of attribute that to Mother Maybelle Carter. She did a lot of walking bass kinds of things, and very innovative guitar player for the time that she was, that the Carter family was popular in years afterwards. But alternating bass, so again, walk up, alternating bass. And Mother Maybelle actually sometimes reversed the bass. She would do this. She would actually reverse it a little bit, and you can actually do that, the thump like we have in G. You can do it in C. I don't use it a whole lot. Doc Watson would do it on all of his train songs, so it would be like this. He would do the alternating bass, but with the little thump, it would sound something like this. use that very much, but that alternating bass. Alright, so I'm throwing a lot of things at you in this lesson, so I'm going to keep going. But you may find you want to stop the video at some point, work on what we did, and pick up where you left off. Another lick that I use a lot in rhythm in the C position is, it's sort of like the Lester flat run in a sense, but it's just a little fill-in lick that adds a little bit of color to the rhythm. So in a song it might sound like, there's a well-beaten path on this old mountainside that I wandered when I was a lad. There I wandered alone to a place I call home. And all that is, it's a walk from the C, from the 3rd fret on the A string, to open D, 1st fret on the D string, and 2nd fret. So it resolves on that E note, which is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, a 3rd. Resolves on the 3rd of the C chord. So anyway, work on all of those things. I know I threw a lot at you here. Hopefully you used the pause button and got back to practice each one of those. And that's a lot in one video to go over.